Imagine a silent alarm within the tapestry of life, a subtle sign that the final chapter is near, hidden in plain sight among the routines of everyday existence. It's a mystery that often goes unnoticed until its presence becomes undeniable. In quiet moments, when the world seems to slow and every heartbeat whispers a secret, the elderly reveal hidden cues that signal a year before life's ultimate farewell. Dr. Hiromi Shinya, a beacon of wisdom and expertise, has uncovered 3 mysterious signs that herald an imminent transformation. The first of these enigmatic signals is a silent retreat from the world of vibrant interactions and bustling activities, a gradual withdrawal that seems to cloak itself in a serene calm. This is not a sudden disappearance or a dramatic goodbye. Rather, it is like watching the final petals of a flower slowly close as the daylight dims. In the days that follow, the once animated eyes of a person who has weathered countless storms and celebrated innumerable joys begin to reflect an introspective stillness. Friends and family may notice that the sparkle of unbridled enthusiasm is tempered by moments of quiet contemplation, as if the mind is revisiting every chapter of an extraordinary life. It is during these moments, when laughter gives way to silence and conversation turns into introspective pauses, that the first secret of a life's waning chapter is revealed. This withdrawal is not a sign of despair, but rather a graceful transition, a way for the soul to conserve its energy for what lies ahead, leaving behind a legacy of cherished memories and hard-won wisdom. As these gentle retreats become more pronounced, another sign begins to emerge, a relentless, almost imperceptible countdown that marks the passage of time. This ticking clock is not measured by the familiar chiming of a grandfather clock, but by the gradual change in physical vitality that every cell experiences. Over months, subtle shifts in energy, appetite, and even sleep patterns accumulate until they become unmistakable signals. It is as if the body, in its own silent language, is communicating a crucial timeline, a countdown that culminates in the final act of a lifelong performance. The once familiar patterns of daily routine start to waver. A morning that was once filled with robust energy now gives way to prolonged periods of rest and reflection. The body begins to conserve its strength, and activities that were once enjoyed with ease require a more deliberate, measured effort. This slow, steady decline is not a harbinger of illness in the traditional sense, but rather a natural, almost poetic progression toward the inevitable end. Observing this metamorphosis, one cannot help but feel that there is an inherent wisdom in the way our bodies prepare for the ultimate farewell, a silent yet profound acknowledgement that time, as precious as it is fleeting, is drawing to a close. Intertwined with these physical and emotional shifts is the presence of a guiding light, an insightful perspective offered by none other than Dr. Hiromi Shinya. In a world often dominated by fear and uncertainty when it comes to the mysteries of aging and mortality, Dr. Shinya's approach offers clarity and compassion. His extensive experience in the realm of health and wellness, combined with a profound understanding of the human condition, allows him to interpret these hidden signs with a rare blend of scientific insight and empathetic wisdom. According to Dr. Shinya, the subtle signs exhibited by the elderly in the year preceding death are not merely symptoms to be feared, but rather messages that hold profound meaning for both the individual and those who share in their journey. In his view, the physical changes, the slight alterations in gait, the quieting of once energetic voices, the delicate shifts in facial expressions, are all part of an intricate, almost sacred dialogue between body and spirit. This dialogue speaks of a life that has been fully lived and is now preparing to transcend the boundaries of the physical realm. Drawing upon decades of research and clinical observation, Dr. Shinya explains that these signs are the body's way of recalibrating itself, of letting go of the unnecessary and embracing the inevitable with dignity and grace. He emphasizes that while the physical manifestations of this process can be alarming at first glance, they are also imbued with a sense of beauty and acceptance. It is a transition marked by a quiet serenity, a final chapter that, rather than being an end, is a continuation of the life's narrative in a different, more ethereal form. Dr. Shinya's insights encourage us to look beyond the immediate shock of these changes and to understand that there is a profound order in the seeming chaos of aging. His perspective invites us to see the elderly not as individuals who are fading away, but as wise souls whose bodies are simply adjusting to the natural rhythm of existence, a rhythm that has been finely tuned by years of experience, love, loss, and triumph. As we journey deeper into the intricacies of these hidden signs, we begin to appreciate the delicate interplay between mind, body, and spirit during this final year. Imagine watching a seasoned painter, whose once vibrant brushstrokes have given way to softer, more contemplative hues. Each stroke is a memory, each color a reflection of a life richly lived. In the same way, the elderly's gradual retreat from the fervor of everyday life can be seen as a beautiful, inevitable part of a grand masterpiece. The physical signs, the slight trembling of hands, the softened cadence of speech, the lingering gaze that seems to search for something beyond the present moment, are all pieces of a puzzle that, when assembled, reveal the profound truth of our mortality. These are not signs of decay or failure. They are, in fact, the body's final act of self-preservation, a last attempt to hold on to the beauty of existence even as it prepares to let go. For those who have the privilege of witnessing this silent transformation, there is a deep, almost palpable sense of reverence. It is a moment when the trivial concerns of daily life fade into insignificance, and what remains is a quiet acknowledgement of the transient nature of our earthly journey. In these moments, the observer is drawn into a reflective state. 1. That prompts profound questions about the meaning of life, the inevitability of death, and the legacy that each individual leaves behind. The elderly, with their quiet dignity, become living testaments to the passage of time, embodying the beauty of a life that has weathered storms and basked in the glow of countless sunrises. Their transformation is a gentle reminder that every life, no matter how long or short, is a work of art, an ever-evolving tapestry woven with threads of joy, sorrow, resilience, and grace. In the midst of this transformation, the presence of Dr. Hiromi Shinya's insights becomes even more significant. His explanations serve as both a guide and a comfort, offering a framework through which we can understand the subtle language of aging. Dr. Shinya does not merely describe these signs as inevitable markers of decline. He frames them as profound indicators of a life that is preparing to transition into a new phase of existence. According to his observations, the physical, mental, and emotional changes that occur in the final year are not random or pathological, but rather part of a well-orchestrated process, a symphony of change that echoes the natural rhythms of life and death. His teachings encourage us to embrace these signs with gratitude and acceptance, recognizing that they are part of a universal cycle that has been repeated countless times throughout the annals of human history. What makes Dr. Shinya's perspective particularly compelling is his ability to blend scientific understanding with a deep sense of compassion. He acknowledges that the signs of approaching death can be unsettling, both for the individual experiencing them and for those who care about them. Yet, he also reminds us that there is a certain beauty in the way the human body communicates its final message. It is a beauty that lies not in the absence of life, but in the quiet, dignified manner in which life prepares to say goodbye. In the softening of voices, the gentle slowing of movements, and the reflective glances that seem to hold entire lifetimes of stories, there is an unspoken wisdom, a wisdom that invites us to consider our own journey and the legacy we wish to leave behind. As the days turn into weeks and the weeks into months, the transformation becomes ever more pronounced. Those closest to the elderly individual begin to notice that the subtle cues of withdrawal are now accompanied by a deep, introspective calm. Conversations take on a philosophical tone, as if the speaker is not merely recounting events, but is, instead, sharing profound insights gleaned from a life steeped in experience. There is an air of finality in these exchanges, a sense that every word, every gesture, is imbued with the weight of years lived fully in the silent acceptance of what is to come. This final year, marked by a gradual but undeniable shift in demeanor, is a period of reflection and reconciliation. It is a time when past and present converge, when the memories of yesteryears intermingle with the quiet promise of an unknown future. In this intimate dance between life and death, the elderly person becomes both the subject and the storyteller, a living narrative that captures the essence of human resilience and the inevitability of change. The hidden signs, once perceived as mere indicators of decline, now reveal themselves as the gentle language of a soul at peace. They speak of a journey that has been rich with experiences, lessons, and emotions. A journey that is now drawing to a close in a manner that is as graceful as it is profound. It is in this quiet, reflective space that the true meaning of these signs comes to light. They are not harbingers of despair, but rather symbols of the natural progression of life, a final ode to the beauty of existence. For those who find themselves on the periphery of this unfolding transformation, there is an invitation to witness and to learn. There is an opportunity to understand that the signs of approaching death, far from being indicators of failure, are in fact markers of a life lived with passion, purpose, and profound authenticity. They challenge us to reconsider our own preconceptions about aging, and to embrace the inevitable transitions with an open heart and a curious mind. As we listen to the silent language of the elderly, we are reminded that every moment is precious. Every gesture is significant, and every goodbye is but a prelude to a new beginning, a continuation of the journey in realms beyond our immediate understanding. In the end, the message is clear. The hidden signs that emerge in the final year of life are a testament to the intricate interplay of biology, emotion, and spirit. They are the body's gentle farewell, a quiet acknowledgement that the end is near, yet imbued with the same beauty and grace that has characterized a life well lived. Dr. Hiromi Shinya's profound insights help us to see these signs not as tragedies, but as natural expressions of the human condition, expressions that invite us to live each day with gratitude, to cherish every memory, and to prepare for the ultimate transformation with dignity and reverence. As the light dims and the final notes of life's symphony are played, we are left with a lasting impression of what it truly means to age, to live, and eventually to say goodbye, all the while knowing that every ending is the seed of a new beginning, quietly waiting to unfold in its own time.